Maintaining the fuel sentinel is a very simple operation using common safety practices for vehicle maintenance. Make sure that the vehicle is parked and secure on level ground, that there's no open flame or other hazards present. You want to go ahead and start the maintenance operation by opening the fuel drain. Now you should have a secondary container available. It's hard to say how much fuel is going to come out. There may be slightly more than what's in the bowl itself. Once the fuel is stopped draining out of the drain, go ahead and lock it closed. And at this time we're going to go ahead and remove the fuel bowl from the fuel head assembly. The knurled retainer counterclockwise is viewed from the bottom. This disengages the bowl from the filter head, and when it comes down you got to make sure that the seal may or may not drop out. Here is the seal. Go ahead, it's reusable. Want to make sure though it stays clean and isn't damaged. Once the bowl is off, you can go ahead and give a visual inspection inside for rust and debris. Go ahead and wash the fuel bowl as you would any other similar type of filter housing. You might take a little care not to use heavy solvents where you're going to disturb the labeling. Once all that's down and out of the way, I have a screwdriver with a bent end that helps me get underneath the screen just to pry it loose. There's an inlet boss that there's an interference fit between the hole in the filter screen and the boss holds it in place. Once the screen is down, clean it, reverse flow. You can use WD-40 brake cleaning solvent, compressed air for cleaning a computer. Just important, just go in the reverse direction to blow the contaminants away. Before you do that, you might want to take a look and see what, if anything, has been caught on the screen. Gives you an idea of the cleanliness of the fuel and the inside condition of the fuel tank itself. Once the screen is clean, go ahead and put it back in the same position that it came out, and use your fingers just to work the center hole in the screen up around the inlet boss. We need to should have cleaned the O-ring seal. Quick visual inspection, make sure there's no cuts or nicks or otherwise that are going to compromise the sealing ability. I like to use Dow Corning 4. A little coating on that will helps hold the seal up. And then again, after you've cleaned the bowl, go ahead and set the fuel bowl up inside the housing. Carefully start the knurled retaining nut back onto the filter head. And both of these are aluminum parts, so they would easily cross thread. Use great care in starting it on. If it feels like it's binding, take it off and have a look. Once the bowl is drawn up against the filter head seal, let's go ahead another 15-20 degrees of rotation till it's snug. No need to over tighten. Once the bowl has been put back on the filter head, make sure that the drain valve is closed. You go ahead and start the vehicle as you would with any other fuel filter change. Run it for a few minutes, shut it down, come back underneath and check for leaks. Again, this is a suction filtration unit. You want to give it a couple minutes after shutdown and make sure that it's dry, because should there be any leakage, there might be a little fuel that seeps down the side and will gather on the bottom. If you run into that, you might loosen the nut up just a bit. Gently massage the bowl to make sure that it's drawing up evenly against the filter head. That's about all we have relative to maintaining the fuel sentinel. It's a removable screen, a reusable screen, it's a washable screen. Pay attention to what, if anything, is inside the fuel bowl. As far as maintenance intervals, we recommend after the first 500 miles to go ahead and remove the fuel bowl. and inspect the screen and the bowl for contaminants. If there is heavy contamination, and of course this is dependent on how clean the tank was when the Sentinel was installed, you may want to have repetitive 500-mile cleanings until the amount of debris at each cleaning is starting to reduce. Every 2,500 miles in normal operation seems to work pretty well for our customers. Now remember, installation of the Fuel Sentinel is before the HFCM, before any of the fuel supply pumps and factory installed filters. The addition of the Fuel Sentinel filter does not change in any way the requirements to continue to maintain your vehicle in accordance with the manufacturer's published instructions, especially for the type of use and operation. Severe commercial use, you're looking at 200-hour fuel filter changes regardless of the Sentinel. So again, the other thing to make mention of is one of the beauties of the Sentinel is that you have an easy daily or every couple day fuel drain to check for water and contaminants. This is extremely important in construction use where crews may actually fuel the truck using 5-gallon containers or the like, where the likelihood of contaminated fuel is significantly increased. So very simple for operators of the truck. Once in the morning, slide underneath the truck, take a fuel sample. If it's clean, no rust, no water, very good indication of the condition of the fuel system. More information about this system can be found on our website at www.tfbglobal.com.